office and quick.
I'm afraid that's impossible, sir.
What do you mean, impossible?
The reception is disturbed, we're only getting intermittent images, and we can't transmit.
What the hell's going on here?
Well, after that incredibly long Candyman review, let's do something a little simpler, a little faster paced, you know? Let's get into some really dirty, grungy Italian exploitation cinema with Terminator 2. Oh, what's that you say? You didn't know Terminator 2 was an Italian exploitation movie? Directed by Vincent Don, aka Bruno Mattei? You weren't aware? You thought James Cameron had directed Terminator 2? You fucking idiot. You fucking moron. You idiot. Piece of shit. No, this is a... God, son of a bitch. Shocking Dark. Oh god, I killed myself. Shocking Dark by Bruno Mattei is today's Blu-ray review, as you could probably tell by the goddamn title. I'm Michael Keane, and today we're talking about Shocking Dark, a Severin Blu-ray release, and let's you know what, let's just talk about the plot real quick. Our story takes place in Venice, by which of course I mean that it takes place underground of Venice in a top secret government facility, aka an industrial complex, I guess, an industrial facility. Oh man, I guess that the filmmakers were able to get this old industrial facility, and they decided, hey, it's gonna be in a government place because this is what we got, and also we can shoot in Venice for like a day, so maybe like 5 minutes in Venice and some like stop and some we'll pick up some just B-roll of people in modern day Venice, and that'll make a movie. Yeah. Anyway, something's gone terribly wrong in this big old facility, and so the Megaforce. I'm not shitting you here. They're called the Megaforce.
All members of the Megaforce will proceed to Assembly Point H immediately. I repeat, all members of the Megaforce will proceed to Assembly Point H immediately.
Megaforce, a group of strangely familiar military personnel, are taken into this shockingly dark place, along with a strangely robotic corporate stooge who was just generally dickish.
Samuel Fuller from the Tubular Corporation. I'll be coming with you.
Soon they're being attacked by alien creatures, but not before we get a metric fuckload of talking.
That's it. It's certainly not much to go by.
And just why have all the video cameras in the city and in the tunnels gone haywire?
We don't know, but it's going to be part of your job to find out. And bring back any survivors, of course.
Okay, so, with that out of the way, Bruno Mattei is known as the Italian Ed Wood. And if you don't know who Ed Wood is, then I don't know why you're watching me talk right now. Bruno Mattei was never a great filmmaker. He did a lot of films that are a lot of fun to watch while in preferably inebriated company, and some of them are legitimately fun. He did a film in 1977, a Nazi exploitation flick called SS Girls, that I personally find really enjoyable, if a bit tone deaf. He was your standard Italian director who had a job to make a movie, and you know what? He would take whatever budget you gave him and he would make a goddamn movie out of it, and you would see it in a matter of months, and you'd put it out there, and you'd probably get sued because holy shit, look at this thing. Severin Films, by the way, are a fucking godsend because they can't do this anymore. I think they got a cease and desist, but for a while they were selling this slipcover, and it's actually partially why I bought this Blu-ray was this slipcover, so good job, Severin. Based on that description of the film, you might notice doesn't seem like much of a Terminator 2 knockoff. That's because it wasn't. It was actually, and this is, accounts vary, but we can all agree on some things. This was an Aliens knockoff, another James Cameron film. So we have here an Aliens knockoff with just a pinch of Terminator thrown in there that at some point was renamed Terminator 2 for its Italian release. Obviously not the US release because And what you get was this thing where you have Cthulhu-esque shit monsters sometimes attacking a group of Marines-ish. I don't know if these look like Marines to you, but they're Marines in the dark in a very unfortunate set. I actually learned in the special features on this disc that there was only one set built for this film. And I believe that. It's not a good looking movie. It's not a particularly, here's what I'll say. It's not fun by yourself. Like a lot of Bruno Mattei movies, it's a lot of fun if you are with some friends who enjoy just shitting on bad movies. Because there's some fun bits here and there. The last 5 minutes is bonkers. So I definitely recommend watching it for that. And when you initially meet your group of heroes, it's kind of fun to watch such bad acting on display. But when you have an hour and a half of it, it's just so much to deal with. And I found myself just, oh, that's okay, all right, cool. Boop. Oh, look, Donald Trump is having a tantrum again. What's that? Oh, still talking. Okay. Because it's not very interesting. It's just not. I will definitely be showing this to my friends at some point, and I will be forcing them through it, and they will goddamn well enjoy it. But this is not far from the best Bruno Mattei movie. If you want a really good Bruno Mattei movie, Rats, Night of Terror is a lot of fun. Co-directed a film that was part of the same pack that I got this in, Zombie 3, which is a lot of fun, partially because it's also Lucio Fulci. So you have Italy's best exploitation director and Italy's worst exploitation director combined, and that's a gosh darn treat that I can't wait to get into. Bruno was known for making things that were a little no bueno for the copyright office. He did Cruel Jaws, which is notable for using footage from a more famous shark movie and having some truly interesting lines of dialogue. He did Strike Commando and Strike Commando 2, which are bad movie favorites. He was a very prolific director when it came to bad movies and knockoffs. But, even though this seems like something that would be like the pinnacle of Bruno Mattei, it's just kind of lame. And that's not me saying I hate it or anything. It's just, you have to be under very specific circumstances to enjoy it. And I don't know what else to say about it quality-wise beyond that. So, let's get into the special... God, why did I put it back in the case? By the way, before I even get into the normal packaging, this won't be a problem if you buy this now because you can't get this. But the slip cases I've noticed for Severin releases are very tight. And I put it back on. And I don't know why they're so tight, but it'd be really cool if Severin could unclench this metaphorical butthole and make their cases a little larger, because I keep feeling like the plastic on the actual inner Blu-ray case is gonna snag and something's gonna rip or something, or not. I just feel like something's gonna go wrong one day. So that's my one complaint for Severin in general, and you'll rarely hear me complain about Severin, but open her up and it's a disc and that's it. Nothing comes with it, it's just a disc. There's no alternate artwork, it's just this artwork, which is fine. It's shocking dark. It's shocking dark. Now, as far as special features goes, first up we have a fairly self-deprecating interview entitled Terminator in Venice, which interviews co-director and co-screenwriter Claudio Fragasso and co-screenwriter Rosella Drudy. Now, Claudio Fragasso is best known for directing Troll 2, which is Troll 2. Again, I don't know how you would have missed that.
They're eating her! And then they're going to eat me! Oh my God!
Now, Claudio Fragasso is well known for a number of features, most of them tied to Bruno Mattei. He also directed Zombie 4. He wrote a bunch of stuff. Again, a lot of it Bruno Mattei related. And he, of course, directed Zombie 4, also known as After Death, which we'll get to eventually. He's about as prolific as Bruno. He and Rosella Drudy are amazing. They're husband and wife. They are true, like, exploitation masters in Italy. They're known as being a bit low end, and they are very self-deprecating. So self-deprecating, and it's beautiful. They're a joy to listen to. I think it's Zombie 3, possibly Zombie 4. I think both have interviews with them. I might be wrong about that. But either which way, any interview with them is gold because it is just bonkers. Next up is an interview with Geretta, who you may know as the black chick from all sorts of Italian exploitation flicks. Probably best know her as Rosemary in Demons. And here she plays Shocking Dark's Vasquez, named Coster. She's super likable and has fun talking to us through an abbreviated look at her career and what it was like working with Bruno Mattei. Geretta is very interesting. She still works to some degree, and she's very American, but she was kind of in that Italian circle for a while. She's terrible in this movie, but she's super likable, and she's able to more or less act. She's never been a great actress, but she's done well. As mentioned, she's in Demons. She's good in Demons, and she has a little fan base of her own. And she's on Twitter, so follow Geretta on Twitter. And yeah. We also get the alternate Terminator 2 titles for the film, which, you know what? You can play those, and you get a slightly different credit sequence, and it says Terminator 2, and that's cool, I guess. Fine. Now, if you speak Italian, German, Spanish, or Chinese, you're in luck. There's a language track for every single one of you. However, there are no subtitles for this release, which, bad form. Bad form, Severin. Bad. If I had any complaints about this Shocking Dark Blu-ray, I would say that I kind of wish that Severin could have found someone to do a commentary track. I know that, like Vinegar Syndrome, sometimes they'll have a podcast do a commentary track, and it would be nifty to have that sort of thing here. It doesn't have to be anyone famous. You could get I know Brad Jones, the cinema snob. He loves Bruno Mattei. He had a whole show going through Bruno Mattei's filmography. You could get Brad Jones to do a commentary on this. So I think that was a missed opportunity. You have a whole Blu-ray. You have this, fine. I know it's an HD restoration. I don't know what the restoration process was like here. It looks fine. It looks good for what it is. Surprise, surprise. Severin put out something that looks nice. Whoa. That was sarcasm, by the way. Severin always puts out nice work. I don't want anyone to think. Anyone who hasn't watched the Severin release, you've seen clips from this already. It's a good-looking release. It's too bad that it is still Shocking Dark. A commentary would have been nice. You can't really interview Bruno Mattei anymore because he's dead, but it would have been cool if you could have found, an old archival interview to just throw in there, something. Some trailers would have been cool. Just a little extra effort. This title doesn't require first-class treatment, but something a little bit more would have been nice, especially since you're going to go through the trouble of this hilarious slipcase, which is now a prized possession. I'll say that much. So, should you watch this film? Last thing. Sure, maybe. As I said previously, multiple times, if you have a group of friends who are intoxicated, great, you're gonna love it. I don't know, if you're a Bruno Mattei completist, you're an exploitation completist, if, like me, you just like buying Severin releases, sure, it's fine. It's certainly better than some other films, but it's still just Shocking Dark, a film that is an Aliens knockoff, but is also called Terminator 2. And, it's certainly fairly cheap for a boutique Blu-ray release. Maybe buy it, maybe don't. Doesn't really matter. I got it with Zombie 3 and Zombie 4. That was dope. That was a good deal, but it wasn't a good deal for this movie. So this is a fun little curio, but nothing much more. So that was my review of Severin film Shocking Dark. Please let me know if you have any suggestions for future reviews. I love Blu-rays from Severin, from Vinegar Syndrome, from Arrow. All these companies are great. Synapse. I enjoy watching them. I enjoy going through the special features. This is kind of a fun little hobby for me. It kind of keeps me from just going crazy with the world. So please let me know what you think I should review next in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and of course follow me on Twitter @Michael Keane, where I talk about horror, movies, and horror movies.